Hey guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a makeup tutorial. This was so highly requested by my followers on TikTok. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, make sure you do that now. I have a lot of fun there and I definitely show off a bunch of looks that I don't normally share on here. So my comments were flooded with like, how do you do your makeup like this? Like, we better get a makeup tutorial. So here we are giving you the makeup tutorial. On this specific look that was requested and that I did today, I was actually inspired by a Pat McGrath video she had posted on her Instagram. I just saw it and I was like, this is what I'm doing for my makeup tonight, and I kind of used that as inspiration. It's not exactly the same, like, at all. I just kind of used it as a outline, a suggestion. So credit to her for the idea behind this. But honestly, this is how I do my makeup pretty much anytime I'm going out and I want to pop off and do like a crazy dramatic, sultry, sexy, full beat. So you can kind of play around with whatever different colors or different products. But this is the one you guys requested. I'm gonna show you, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you think about these makeup tutorials, because you guys don't always comment and like and watch my makeup tutorials on here, but they're definitely one of the most requested, so we need to have a conversation. Anyway, I'm really excited to show you how I beat my face and make it look snatched and sultry. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is the eyeshadow, of course, just because there's so much going on. It's gonna end up all on my face anyway, so we're gonna do that first. I am just prepping my eyelids with some concealer. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's like, everyone loves this concealer so much, and it is great, but it runs out so fast. Like, I go through these like way too quick. So we're just prepping this, and I'm not gonna set the concealer on my lids because we're gonna be using some creamy products, but we just want like an even base. So usually when I do this full beat moment, I spend a lot of time and I'm just listening to super loud music or YouTube videos about like conspiracy theories and stuff. I don't know. If I'm not talking you through this very well, please excuse me. I usually just am like in my zone. So from the Instagram post I took inspiration for this look from, it looked like they used a brown kind of cream liner first, and I'm someone that usually will just like go straight into the like smudgy black, but maybe, you know, maybe they're onto something. A little bit more control of the color. I'm using these Marc Jacobs gel eye crayons. These are my favorite, I love them. I wish I had something actually a little bit more creamy, like in a pot for this, but this is all I have. I'm using this little tiny brush. It kind of looks like it's for painting, or so I'm just gonna take the liner and put it on the brush. And now we're gonna make the shape for the wing. And I want to have this wing be super dramatic, but I also want it to not be the entire eye look, so this is what gets a little bit tricky. So we're just gonna kind of follow the eye. I'm going out more of an angle, even though the look that I got inspired by was more like up and then like sharp like that, just because I want it to go out longer, and if I went up more, it would just like go into my eyebrow, which we don't want. So this is, you know, the basic shape of my favorite kind of eye looks, whether it's dramatic like this one's gonna be, or if it's like an everyday thing. I always do the wing because I have more like downturned eyes and we like a nice lift. So I'm gonna try to keep it thick on the outer corner right here and as thin as possible the rest of the way, just so we can have like a clear shape made and it's not just a full smudgy wing. And they bring it into the inner corner, which I like to do as well, but after I'm like cleaning stuff up, I always end up like messing it up, so I just wait till the end to do the cat eye in the inner corner. So I'm just gonna do this to the other side as well. I'm also keeping a makeup wipe handy just so I can clean things up. Like, I made this, I think, a little bit too thick right here. And we're just gonna clean that up. Okay, now I'm gonna take this small pencil brush and blend this out. It's really great to use gel liners for something like this because it blends a lot easier and it also lasts a long time, so. And you can go like crazy and messy like this because we're just gonna clean it up after. I think I put too much on this side, so I'm just adding more with this brush of the liner to make it darker. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is the actual palette that they used, but I thought it had similar colors and I had it. So this is Mothership 6 palette, and it's gonna be kind of hard to show you because she's broken, which is sad because I used this one the most. What I really found I like about Pat McGrath's eyeshadows are that they have a really nice glitter shine to them. It's hard to find an eyeshadow that gives that reflective look without it being Leo. Here is your regularly scheduled Leo. You'll hear my dog. You'll hear him in all of my videos, so here's that little warning for you. Oh yeah, her eyeshadows are amazing because it's not like chunky glitter, but it still is super reflective, and it's not just shiny. They're amazing, and I think it's what really takes this look to the ultimate level. So I am going to jump in with this reddish shade right here, and this is like the standard kind of like can be for lid, could be for crease. So I'm gonna use that red color, and we're gonna use this to blend with the eyeliner and also kind of blend it into the crease. So focusing on the inner corner here and the outer corner. We are just really making this cat eye shape with this shade. I feel like everybody has like one eye that they do like perfect, and then the other one, it just looks like a mess. This is my good eye. This is our tragic eye, so good thing I'm kind of facing this way for you guys. So here's like the base shape color of this eye look, and I think I need a little bit more darkness over here, so I'm just gonna go back in with the pencil and on a brush. I'm also going to sculpt out this here, make that look nicer later, so don't mind that right now, we'll get to it. Right now I'm gonna do the black liner just to smoke it up. So I'm gonna use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm like actually seeing myself in the monitor, so really doing this thing again. I'm going to put this on my tight line. And this one is super smudgy, so I decided to use this one for this look because it is gonna be like a smoky vibe. Then I'm just gonna line my waterline while we're at it. And when I do these cat eye looks, when I'm lining my waterline, I kind of just like drag it up a little bit right here. That way there's more product in the corner, and then I can just blend it out. It just helps enhance like the shape of your eye. Taking this little brush now, I just kind of pick up whatever in front of me that I know will get the job done. So as you can see, just like dragging that along here, made it a little bit more sultry and snatched, except that looks not nice. I think what makes this look so great and different is the amount of time you put into the blending of it. Like I will sit in the mirror when I'm alone and just like blend for probably 30 minutes just on the eyeshadow, just until it looks like perfect to me. So, you know, you can do this pretty quickly if you want to, but the extra time and effort really takes it to another level. So like extra attention to the blending would mean like, I'm gonna just brush this up a little bit here. We want everything to blend smoothly and give the right illusion to the look that you're going for. So we want a super cat eye, smoky, sultry look. So I'm going to kind of be looking in the mirror and adjusting the blending to what complements my eye the best. I'm just cleaning up already a little bit just so I can get the right look. Even though we're gonna clean it up when we're done, as I go, I wanna be having the correct vision. So we're just gonna kind of blend some spots, make it even. Next step, what I'm gonna do is take this color right here, which is a purpley brown color. It's a perfect kind of dark transition shade to go with the reddish color we used. Taking that on a bigger pencil kind of brush, smoking that out. And when I do this kind of step for my looks, I also try to bring it in here and kind of make like a triangle a little bit here. I think it just brings it all together so it's not just like dark, light, you know, like we want it to all blend and just look like illusion instead of eyeliner, eyeshadow, glitter. Now I want to see more of this red color, so I'm just gonna go in and add some more on top, trying to make it look like we're using a red and not just brown. It could have been my fault. I should have maybe used a cleaner brush. Whenever I spend this much time on my eye makeup doing something like this and using like different colors, I'm always like, it honestly looks the same. I could have just used the same browns, the same black, like that I use all the time. But when I did this the other day, I got so many compliments, like specifically on my eyeshadow. So I was like, thank you. I spent so much time on it. So I guess it doesn't go unnoticed. Okay, now for the fun part, the glitter. So we're gonna use this one right here. But there's silver specks in it, which is cool too. Just gonna take this flat shader brush, pick that up, and we're gonna put this in the center of the eye. I'm trying to tap it in as much as possible instead of like doing that, because we don't want glitter like everywhere. I think it really makes your eye look nicer if all of the components are where they're supposed to be and there's not glitter all the way over here or over here. Does happen though. Guess it just takes some practice to get it right, but I'm just trying my best here. See, like this kind of glitter is amazing. It's not in your face glitter, in your face reflective, but it just looks gorgeous. I'm gonna do the same to the other eye. If you wanna get your brush wet before you pick up the eyeshadow, this might help as well. If anyone else knows where to find eyeshadows that give this kind of look off, it's like the foil look, let me know, because I always try to do looks like this. My roommate Bella always asks me to do looks like this on her, and I try my best, and then it just never comes out with the right kind of glitter / shimmer. So I'd love to know what other brands can do this. All right, those are some nice looking eyes right there. So now I'm going to take a liquid liner felt tip. This one is extremely broken and it spills sometimes, so we're gonna be really careful. And we're going to do a little flick of the wing, and I think now is a good time for us to do the inner corner wing, just bringing in like the true black color to the center of your eyes. And it's good to do this step last if you're using glitter, because the glitter will get on top of it and then it doesn't look as clean. So for this liner, this is probably the hardest part, because you want to keep it as precise as possible to not mess with all of the work you did on your eyeshadow. And this is where like the true shape of the eye look is gonna come together. I'm trying to keep it like a real thick wing on the outside, so it's dramatic, but when we're bringing it in, I don't want it to be super thick too, because we want to see the eyeshadow. I think I want this look to be a little bit more angled up, so I will clean up this edge to get an idea of what is possible, because it all depends on your eye shape, like what kind of shape eyeliner you can do. So I'm gonna bring it a little bit down to my lower lash line. I think this just helps balance it out and be able to keep this thick end wing going more straight up than like too far straight that way. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring this into the inner corner. So now you're seeing where the look really is going here. So I'm gonna do this to the other side, and then we will work with the rest. Guys, I think I just used magnetic felt tip eyeliner pen. So this is, you know those magnetic lashes? You kind of use like a magnet pen on your eyes and then they stick to them, which we are not using today. So I hope that this doesn't get in the way of anything. All right, so here is the eyes, the eyeliner, the shape. We're just gonna now clean it up. I got a fresh new makeup wipe and just gonna use my finger. So since I accidentally used basically like glue as eyeliner, it's like a little bit too shiny looking for what I want for this look. So I'm gonna take just a black eyeshadow. It looks kind of brown because I always mix them. This is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam. I love the colors in this, but it is so messy. Like, these have a lot of pigment, which is great, but there's also a lot of fallout and a lot of mess. But we're gonna just put this on top of the liner and also use it to just add a little bit of smokiness. And these kind of smoky looks are really good if, you know, you're not someone that's too precise. Like, I do better with smoky looks than abstract and like cut crease kind of vibes, because I can do like an overall look and go for the shapes, like when you're looking at a face, what we want it to look like, but I'm not necessarily good at like straight lines or keeping things neat. So here we are again, teaching the normal girl how to make it work. Now I'm using the Marc Jacobs gel eyeliner, and this one's the black one. I'm going back in with this on my waterline just because I know this one lasts a lot longer than the Charlotte Tilbury one. I've recently been loving like bottom heavy eye makeup. You'll see what I mean when I'm doing this look, but it might be just the shape of my eyes why I like it so much, but I think it really helps create that cat eye lifted look even if your eyes are not like that at all. So I'm just gonna blend my lash line down here and smoke it out. And then you could bring it like all the way against this. If you can't do a sharp line, just smoke it out. No one will know. So that's about it for the eyeshadow. Like I said, it really just comes down to how much time you spend into each little detail. But once we have our whole face on, it's going to look amazing, and I'm gonna show you how to do that too. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes, put some mascara on, and then put some fake eyelashes on. These are the Ardell Wispies. These are my go-to, my favorite. I buy them all the time. Now, Ardell sent me like a huge box full of these because I told them, I was like, I need like a monthly subscription box to these just because I go through them all the time. So they're great, but for this look, I would obviously choose a more dramatic lash, something that is in the cat eye shape. I don't have any other ones but these right now. Shout out Ardell. So we're gonna just work with the Wispies today. The other night, I doubled up on these. I just like put one pair on. I was like, we need more, and just put another pair on top. It looked pretty good. So that's always an option. But this part is boring, so I will get back to you when it's all done. Ta-da! We have our lashes on, and I thought it was worth letting you guys know about this little trick that I do. When I put the lashes on, since it has all of this eyeliner, it like doesn't have to be perfect, which is amazing. But if you kind of like push your eyelid skin on top, it helps cover the band of the lashes, and it can kind of, you know, get rid of some of the liner. If you put too much, it's too thick, it's taking up too much room, you know, kind of just pinch it down there, secures the lashes into place, and kind of cleans up your eyeliner for you. So, little hack. For my eyebrows, I literally hate doing my eyebrows. I usually get them laminated and tinted. That way I don't really have to do them, but it's been a while, so we're gonna have to go in. I'm using this Tarte Sketch and Set brow thing. It's double-sided, it has a gel, and it has a pencil. I really, really love this Rare Beauty one. This is like my favorite, but I'm literally all out of it. But first, I'm gonna just use the gel because I just hope that the gel alone will be enough and I won't have to fill it in too much because it's a lot easier. We're just gonna coat the brows and lift them up. So the gel did a lot, and I really like how they look, but they don't look super even, so I am going to use the pencil a little bit just to make sure that they're shaped as closely as possible. I also always use these little spoolies. I just bought a big pack of them from Amazon. Just using it clean to brush through the gel, because sometimes it can just like stick to one spot and you just want to blend it out with something that doesn't have any product on it. Okay, so brows done, eyes done, lashes done, all of the parts that take the longest done. Now on to sculpting the face. I am prepping my skin with this Vintner's Daughter Active Botanical Serum. So this is definitely a preference. I like to use oil underneath my makeup. Some people hate it. Some people just like literally can't use it, but I have pretty dry skin. So when I put a nice oil on underneath my makeup, it definitely does wonders for me. Today I'm using the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumière Radiance Perfecting Foundation. Not always my first choice. I really love the Dermablend one. I talk about it all the time, but I am palest I've been in a minute. Haven't been doing my self-tan routine. This is what we have closest to my color right now. Just putting this on my face with a foundation brush first, and then we'll go in with the Beauty Blender. But this foundation's actually looking really good. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I think it's the oil. The oil and the foundation together just works. Some oils do not work well with some foundations, but I've found that this Vintner's Daughter one works pretty well with everything. It is ridiculously expensive though. I got it gifted to me one time, didn't even know how much it cost, but I was obsessed with it. It changed my life, changed my skin, my foundation routine, and then I ran out and I was like, oh, I gotta go buy another one. And it was just way too expensive. It took me forever to justify buying a new one. You know, it's just one of those things that I use every once in a while, make it last, because it does make an insane difference. Like, my skin looks so nice. Just gonna tap that in with the Beauty Blender. I'm back to my Kevyn Aucoin concealer. This is my favorite because it's the lightest concealer I have. It has full coverage too. I wasn't using it for a while because I was tan and I was able to just like quickly use ones like this, but now this is like the color of my skin when it used to be for highlighting. So I'm just gonna take this concealer and conceal my dark circles, sculpt out the eyeshadow, and also sculpt out my face all in one. I really like to focus against my nose here. It helps out the contour when we get to that point. And I don't notice it here, but when I usually sit at my vanity and do my makeup, I always see like a shadow here, and I feel like the nose contour is not coming through. So I really definitely focus on making this part right here bright. And having the contrast of this bright concealer, bright under eyes, and the super dark eyeliner is also gonna make this look pop. And then I'm just going to put the concealer in all the other places that I wanna either highlight or cover up, like underneath my nose. Like I said, I have really dry skin, so my nose is always kind of red around there. Kind of right here to do a lifting, sculpting effect. And then kind of carving out where the contour is gonna be. So I'm just gonna blend the spots that I don't normally want to, like they don't need to be super bright. I like it to be super bright underneath my eyes, so I'm gonna let that sit, kind of dry a bit before I blend it. I think it just gives it more coverage, basically waiting for it to be less blendable. But everywhere else where I want it a little bit more natural, I'll dab it. For our cream bronzer, I just got this and I've been loving it. Can't really figure out how to open it. There we go. This is the Refy Beauty Cream Bronzer in Sand. I usually use a darker color to contour, but this is what I picked, so it's here. I'm gonna use it. This is a super dense, flat, short brush that makes it super easy to apply the product. See, look at that. True contour. I guess everyone's like over this style of contouring, but it still works for me. I think maybe I just spent so much time trying to perfect it that I just recently finally figured it out, and now everyone's like, no, that's too much. We don't like that style anymore. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna still do it because I don't know how to do anything else now. All right, so just placing that where we want it, around the hairline. We are just really shadowing the face, giving it dimension, and always blending it down to the neck and ears because you don't want to look crazy. If for some reason your lighting is off or your shade is off, we just want to blend it down as far as we can so you don't have like a mask, you know? And I definitely have to be careful of that right now because I am in this weird in-between of my skin tone. I'm also going to just brush this along my nose to give it a little contour. Now I'm going to start to pat and blend the concealer underneath my eyes, and then we'll blend out the cream contour. So Refy also has these cream blushes, so I've been using this one. This is in the color Rose. I'm just gonna take this contour. I use this for cream contour sometimes. I'm just gonna use it for the blush today and put this on my cheeks. This is so pretty. I'm telling you guys, if you are not doing your foundation routine with cream products first, you are missing out on a way easier application process. It might take longer, but it looks so much better and it's way easier to control and clean up if you make mistakes. So I'm just kind of putting this on my cheeks. I'm a big fan of blush, I always feel like there's never enough I can get on my face. So I will definitely just put it on my nose. I put some surrounding my face, kind of around the parts where I put the bronzer. I do a little bit on my chin. I think it just brings it all together. Now we're gonna set everything with powders, and this is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, the best of the best, the favorite. Nothing has yet compared. I just take that on my beauty blender because it has this little nice shape. And I first start next to my nose. Like I said, I always want to keep this part pretty bright. Helps with the nose contour. And in a way, it brightens up the eyes without having like white, like all underneath your eyes. And then towards the end, I mostly bake underneath my eyes, but I'll do a little bit of baking around here and then kind of just set my forehead. More steps, woo! So now we are going to use normal powder bronzer. This is Laguna bronzer from Nars. This set is amazing. It has Orgasm blush and Laguna bronzer in it. I guess it's like impossible to find this duo. My friend Christine was like, I need that one, I need it, and she could only find like a tiny little travel size of it. So it sucks, because when I run out of this, I'm gonna want it again. We're just gonna set where we put the cream bronzer with the powder bronzer, you know, the drill. So in this process of setting with this bronzer, it's just a good time to kind of brush off the bake and make sure that everything blends and there's not like harsh lines. I'm gonna use a little tiny brush like this and do my nose contour. Now we have the Nars Orgasm palette, which is new and really great because it has all of these different amazing shades. So you have your highlighter, you have your sparkly bronzer. You know, I'm a huge fan of the sparkly bronzer. Actually, it's not too sparkly. But I'm basically just going to go kind of crazy in here. This is what I like about palettes like this. You don't have to commit to like one shade, just hope for the best. And then I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks and temples, nose, chin, blend away. Okay, I'm officially going to wipe off this bake underneath my eyes. Now, I usually will take, you know, this kind of brush that I use for my eyeshadow underneath and just kind of go crazy because I don't like when you can see, you know, eyeshadow, super bright concealer, and then your contour and blush. So I just kind of use this to blend it all together. And because it's a smoky look, like, you can literally go crazy. I'm just touching up some corners of the wing here because sometimes the foundation gets on it and it turns kind of grayish, and as well as the inner corner. For highlight, I just got this Laura Mercier Rose Glow highlighter, so I've been giving this one a little shot. Eco Tools brush has just always been my favorite for highlighting. Just gonna take this, put it on the top of my cheekbones, go above the eyebrow, Cupid's bow, chin, you know, a little bit underneath the brow, and then be a little bit more precise going down the bridge of your nose. For lips, I'll be using this NYX Lip Liner in Natural. I definitely like to overline my lips, and especially if I'm doing such a crazy eye look, I think it just balances it out a lot better. I'm gonna take this Nars lipstick in Barbara and just kind of pat that on top. Wow! What a beat we just did. I'm gonna set my face with the Professional Super Setter from Benefit because we do not want this going anywhere after all of this time. Last time I saw myself set my face on camera, I had no idea how much I use, but it usually works out pretty well. So we just let that, you know, dry, set. I'll take out my hair. Final reveal. So as you can tell, it's super sultry and sculpted. You guys requested this look, so I had to do it for you. And, you know, I used specific colors for this look, but this is basically how I do my makeup anytime I really want to look snatched. This is kind of my go-to going out look, and I actually am going to a lingerie event tonight, so this is perfect, nice and sultry, sexy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you try this out. Send me a photo or something. Would love to see it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.